microphone, plenty of noise. But up to now, my wife and I never sit down and tell our daughters about wifely duties. And then we say we are parents. When things going bad, you're running by this one and that one to see what is wrong. Devotees, now it's the time. Set back your principles, set back your priorities right. He who protects Dharma, Dharma will protect him. And this queen tonight, devotees, as the due wife, is playing her role as Sue Ellen plays hers in Dallas, a real tough woman. She says to the Lord again, her master, will you take my advice? Will the king take a devotee? Or is he a dumb head like me? Let us find out. While the queen Mandodari was saying this, devotees, she now became anxious. Fear came into her mind and her heart and her body. The queen is now trembling like a leaf in the breeze. Her eyes were filled with tears, and devotees, she bent forward, holding on to the feet of the King Rama, trembling and saying to him, my lord, please take my advice. Worship Sri Ramchandra Ji. Do as I say to you, my master, so that our union would remain eternal. This queen devotee is seeing lots of things at this time. This is why she's filled with fear. This is why she's trembling. And this is why she's shedding tears. You see, this is the perfect example of a wife. But it reminds me too of a few years ago. A sister came to me one morning, crying. She said she has lots of problems. So we sat down and talked for 2 hours. And when I found out the problem, it was a very simple problem. But you see, you take 2 hours to find out a simple problem. Bigger problems take less time. When I realized what was wrong, I told her, come back this evening at 6 o'clock. I made it look kind of important this evening. But when you're coming, bring me 2 nutmegs. Bring me 2 nutmegs and 1 camphor. She said, wait, do I walk over behind me? I said, no. No, wait. Devotee, she reached 5 to 6. And as she came, all I did, I took a thali, what is called chari and a thali, placed some water and flowers in it. He said, man, what do you do? Put the camphor and I lit it. While I told her this, put your both hands on the edge of this thali and over the flames, and you repeat, Om Namah Shivaya. I'm coming now. I went into the room, took the hammer, and I burst the shell out of the nutmeg, and I came back. I said, okay, sister, open your mouth. And I put 1 here and 1 on this side. And I said, you go home now and all will be well. Devotee, she came back after a week. She said, hi, you know, you're real good. I didn't walk in. I said, what do you mean? It must work. You see, you call God, Om Namah Shivaya. It must work. You know what was the problem, devotees? The woman used to talk too much. Get the husband fed up. The poor man couldn't rest in his own house. So you see the good things. While some wives have lovely names like Lakshmi, Parvati, Sumindra. This woman tonight is named Mandodari, a Rakshasi, a demoness. What I want to ask now, as a demoness, look at the teaching that she is giving us. This first part of the Katha tells us, as a wife, know your duties and do them. You don't have to leave here and go to Ganga. You don't have to leave here and go to the Himalaya. You don't have to leave here and go nowhere. Simply do your duty and you are sure of salvation. Because there was this young boy, like a fellow 18 years old. He grew lots of beard and so on, and like Baba. And he said, look, I want to show the people in this village who am I. They feel I'm an ordinary being, Nobody don't take me on. He said, but I'm going to do meditation, and I'm coming back to show them. The motive he went into the forest, leaving his wife and his sick parents at home. He gone to meditate on God. I don't know which God is here, that kind of meditation. While he was there, he was rigid in his penance. And one day while he closed his eyes and he was contemplating like this, two birds were fighting on a tree. And as the birds were there, in their movements, a dried leaf broke off from the stem and fell on this young man's head. Immediately he opened his eyes and looked up, and the birds were burnt to ashes. He said, God, I'm a boss. Now they'll have to respect me in the village because I ain't an ordinary being. Look, I could burn two birds by only looking at them. So the fella came out of the forest and he walked down the village. The first house he came to, he knocked. An old lady was in that house answering in a sort of a slow pitch. Yes, who it is? You don't know who is talking here, old lady? Oh, better, yeah, come in now, wait. The lady did not come. He began to cough on the door, beating it. He said, oh lady, you don't know who is this? Why don't you come quickly and see who is here? The old lady from inside the house, closed door, said, son, you think I am the two birds you just burnt in the bush? He opened his eyes and his mouth. This old lady is within the walls of this house. How can she know what I did just now? She came out after some time and she said to him, son, you go to the market and you would see a butcher. Go there and then he would show you something to do. Why was that lady in the house and yet still she knew what was taking place outside? Because she was serving her husband who was sick. She was doing her duty to her God, not the God whom we don't see, or we see for some time only. The God who is with you from the day you are wedded. She was doing her duty to that God. That is Yagya. That is prayer. That is worship. That is yoga. That lady stayed in her home and she was able to gain that city. When he went to the market devotees, he saw the biggest butcherman there, cutting up meat and selling meat. From the time the man saw this young boy, he said, oh, the old lady sent you, son? How does this man know the old lady sent me? He was shocked. The man sold his meat quickly, took him and said, let's go home. When they reached the devotees, he put water there for both to wash, gave him an honorable seat to sit upon, gave him something to drink and said, hold on a minute, I'm coming. The butcherman went inside, bowed to his parents, spoke kind words to them, soft and polite words to them, comforted his parents. Then he took food and water, and he fed them with his own hands. As a butcher, by doing the duty to his parents, he also gained that knowledge to know the past, the present, as well as the future. So what I told you just now about these, sadhana for the modern man is not going into the forest. Stay home and do what you're supposed to do, and you will gain the highest knowledge. You will do your hand so, and not only ashes will come, you might even throw valuable, the most invaluable gems can come up with it. Practice simply, and you will see it will work. Chaupai continues. In summarizing that first part of the Katha devotees, we can pick out three very important points. The first is that the Queen Mandodari chose the correct time to speak to the King Rama. She chose the correct place in the private chamber, the private bedroom, and thirdly, she chose the correct occasion to speak to him. So, as a wife, it is your duty, when you wish to speak on important matters to your Lord and Master, that you should choose the correct time, the correct place, and the correct occasion. Goswami Tulsidas tells his audience, their devotees, Ravan, who had listened to these wise words of wisdom, lifted the Queen Mandodari from the ground, because she was all in tears, trembling like this leaf. She lifted him up like how you lift up a dolly or a baby in the air, holding it like this. He is speaking to the Queen now. Why are you afraid, my beloved? Why are you scared? I am the hardest man. I am the longest. Me and no soft man. What you worried about? I am the greatest. There is no warrior to equal me in this world. So you don't have to be afraid, devotees. Ravan is boasting. Ravan is bragging. Ravan is showing off. Ravan's ego is inflated. He is filled with pride. This ego is like a balloon, devotee. The more air you put in it, the bigger it gets. But there is always a limit that the balloon is going to burst in the weakest spot. Ravan's ego is inflated. This I, me, and mine. Being the highest, boasting like this to his queen. What does he do next? Let us find out. In case you're wondering who is that devotee, it's the old man who lives near the temple in Badsha. And everybody who passes, in fact every vehicle he used to bow to. And when he was questioned why he do that, he says, that he saw God in every creature. A great soul has left devotees. But when people like this leave this world, the world becomes poorer. Ram Ram Satya Hai, Yeri Satya. This king devotees continues to boast, and he is telling the king, I have conquered by the might of my arm not only Varun, who is the god presiding over the waters, I have defeated the god of riches, Kuber, I have defeated the wind god Yagya, I have defeated gods, human beings, demons, and all. The only thing that I am not yet able to defeat is death itself. So why do you worry, my queen? Do not worry. I am the highest. Don't worry. He continues to boast like this. What does he say now? give her comfort like this. Then he turned his back on his queen and he walked towards his council chamber. Ramayan devotee was now sitting upon his throne. The queen fell upon the bed, beating her chest, wailing and crying, saying to herself, "The end of my king, the end of my master, the end of my Lord, the end of my union with him is imminent, is shortly going to come. It must come." Why does the queen say this, devotees? Why is she saying that doom is going to befall mankind? She says this for three reasons. First, when Ravan spoke to his 10 throats, that was a bad sign, which meant that trouble is in store for Lanka and its inhabitants. She felt sure that Ravan and Lanka is in trouble because when Hanumanji came to look for Sita, Hanumanji, as a monkey, turned himself into a smaller monkey and he begins to look at the beauty of Lanka. Is Hanumanji really a monkey, devotees? I'm using the word monkey tonight for convenience, but I think I've told you already. In the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, Brahma came in the form of Jamwan, the great bear. Vishnu, Lord